दिशिताप्यविद्या स्यात् कृष्णनामचरिता दिशितापविद्या पितोपतप्ता रसनस्य न रोचिकानो किन्तु आदरादनुदिनं कलुषैव जुस्ता किन्तु आदरदत् अनुदिनं कलुषैव जुष्टा स्वाद्विक्रमाद् भवति तद्गतमूलहन्त्री स्यात् कृष्णनामचरितादिशितापविद्या पितोपतप्ता रसनस्य न रोचिकान् किन्त्वादरत् अदरत् अनुदिनं कलुषैव जुस्ता स्वाद्विक्रमाद् भवति तद् गदमूलहन्त्री. Translation purport given by His Divine Grace Vishnu Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The holy name, the character, patently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of an afflicted by the jaundice of avidya cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Purport. We studied two paragraphs last time. I'm going to continue from third. This Krishna consciousness movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. People in general are misled by blind leaders. The leaders of human society, the politicians, philosophers, and scientists are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to Bhagavad Gita, because they are bereft of all factual knowledge due to their atheistic way of life, they are actually sinful. Prabhupada is using the word called rascals and are the lowest among the men. Namam duskritina amudo prapadyante narahadamaha mayaparta jnana asurim bhavamashritaha. This miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is being stolen by illusion and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Such people never surrender to Krishna, and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take Krishna's shelter. When such atheists become leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nescience. In such a condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna conscious movement. Just as a diseased person suffering from a jaundice, it's very important, dear devotees. Prabhupada is very clearly mentioning who don't surrender to the Lord. Such people never surrender to Krishna and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take shelter of Krishna. Shelter. When such atheists becomes leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nescience. In such a condition, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna conscious movement. Just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice does not release the taste of sugar candy, however, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna consciousness, the chanting of holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is the only remedy for setting the world aright. Although Krishna consciousness may not be very palatable for a diseased person, Srila Rupa Goswami nonetheless advised that if one wants to be cured of the material disease, he must take to it with great care and attention. One begins his treatment by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha mantra, because by chanting this holy name of the Lord, a person in the material condition will be relieved from all misconceptions. Chetodarpana marjam. Avidya is a misconception. Avidya, misconception about one's spiritual identity, provides a fountain for ahankara or false ego within the heart. I'll read this again. Avidya, misconception about one's spiritual identity, provides a foundation for ahankar or false ego within the heart. The real disease is the heart. The mind is cleansed. However, if consciousness is cleansed, a person cannot be harmed by material disease. To cleanse the mind and heart from all misconceptions, one should take the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Thus, this is both easy and beneficial. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is immediately freed from the blazing fire of materialistic existence. Very beautiful. The real disease is the heart, is in the heart. If the mind is cleansed, I'm reading the last para again, and after that we have some more paragraphs. We'll stop here. The real disease is in the heart. If the mind is cleansed, however, if consciousness is cleansed, a person cannot be harmed by material disease. To cleanse the mind and heart from all misconceptions, one should take this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is both easy and beneficial. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is immediately freed from the blazing fire of material existence. मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पुंगं लंगायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम् हरे कृष्णा the very beautiful shloka from the nectar of instruction where Srila Prabhupada is actually giving the importance of how the diseased condition is established. Actually, the diseased condition is established because the leaders of the society have taken that nisayans into consideration. That means they have actually taken up this process of nisayans. They don't want to accept what is beneficial to them, but they want to take the process of avidya, which is ignorance. Upatapta means afflicted. Upatapta is this entire world is actually afflicted with that nisayans, avidya. So, this Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapta Vidya. Itopataptya Rasanasya Narochi Kauno. So, here Rupa Goswami very beautifully telling that the Krishna Nama, which removes all the avidyas from the heart. Pita Utapta. Huh? What is this? This is a condition. What is a condition? A bile which is afflicted. That means a clear indication. The process of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very simple and very sublime. But the thing is, due to association to this material world, which is full of nishans, which is avidya. What is this avidya doing, and who is carrying this avidya? I remember one time I was asking my spiritual master, why these things are happening like this? That means why the process is not taken very seriously. What is the reason? Uh, how come we are attached so much to this material world? Then he immediately said, the problem is not with the common public. The problem is with the leaders, because the leaders have taken that path. If you actually see who are the leaders, the politicians and the so-called film stars, this person, that person, sports stars, what do they take? So do they chant Hare Krishna? Do they propagate chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? No, they don't. They don't propagate that, or they don't accept that, or they don't follow that. What do they propagate? What do they follow? How to eat meat, how to be sinful, how to smoke cigarettes, how to do intoxication, how to do gambling. They propagate those things. So they don't propagate. So they also propagate, how to make a livelihood, how to make a better standard of life, how to do sense gratification. This is what they propagate. So when the society is going to the dogs, what is happening? That means the leaders, when they follow the process of nishans, which is avidya, which is ignorance, through that, what is happening is the entire society is also bounded to do that. Generally, if you see, if everyone is going on, this new year is coming, or Thanksgiving weekend, or that weekend, this weekend, there's a break, there's a vacation, then everyone is going to either Vegas or that place, this place, Florida, and Orlando, here, there, so many other places, going to beaches, various beaches, staying there for some time, relaxing. What is this all propagating? And everyone has this aura, everyone has this thing which is going on. If everyone is propagating the same thing, then obviously the normal public will also think that, oh, this is what we should do. This is where we need to concentrate. This is what is our life is. And when some family members they come, they all go to like visiting places in that city. What is this? This is all avidya. Why? Because they don't know what they have to do when everyone is coming together. Because they don't know what is the spirit of Sankirtana. They don't know what this Sankirtana spirit is doing. Because of the lack of leaders not taking that process, then what happens? The normal public will actually do that. That is what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning. And he's actually heavy. He's telling fools and rascals, so they don't take up this process of Krishna consciousness because they don't understand the importance of it. They simply dwell on this materialistic life, materialistic way of living, which doesn't give any happiness or solace. Shurpanaka was the sister of Ravana. Now she goes, and then she had a desire to get married to Lord Ramachandra because he is very beautiful. The moment she saw him, she was fixed up, I should get married to him. So he was so beautiful. And then she was so confirmed that, oh, this is the only thing, this is the way of life. And then she goes and then she conveys the same thing to Lord Ramachandra. And then, but he says, you know what? I'm already married. You see, she's my wife. I cannot marry to you because I'm already married. Then she immediately has so much hatred and envy towards Mother Sita. She said, I will kill her. Then I'm going to marry you. Then at that moment, Lord Ramchandra would tell Lakshmanji, please take care of her. Then he would teach her a lesson, cut off her nose, cut off her ears, and then send her. And then she was so upset with that. But her desire to get married to Lord Ramchandra was there in the heart. No, why am I telling this is the person is not right, but the desire which she cultivated, that is right. There's no harm, to have that desire. It's great actually. Whoever has that desire, it's wonderful. There's no harm to that. Now that person later on becomes Kubja. It's very interesting because actually my mother's sister, she was asking this question. They were kind of discussing about this. She was asking, what happened to her? What was her, position? What was her fate after that? Because she had that desire to get married to Lord Ramachandra. What happened after that? It's an interesting point because dear devotees, here is a very subtle aspect. No, Supanaka, she didn't had a good intention with Mother Sita or Lakshmanji, or her intention was not right. Just like we see the intention of Putana also. Putana intention was not right. But the core of the heart, she had at a moment she had that, oh, he's my son. The Lord, she had that, oh, he's my son. She had that intention. That means somehow, shape or form, she felt that Krishna is my son. And then that's it, Krishna took that and then he gave her as the greatest benediction. But here, another important aspect our acharyas do mention a conditioned soul cannot perceive this. Please understand. This is important for us because now We cannot behave like Putana and then have whimsically do everything whatever we want. And then simultaneously we also aspire to have a relationship with the Lord. That is not possible for a conditioned soul. That is to show the magnanimity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, Acharyas have proclaimed like that, that even the living entities like Putana, they can also be elevated through that deep core-rooted desire to have a relationship with the Lord. Just like Supanaka, she wanted to have that relationship with the Lord. And then later on, she becomes Kubja, the hunchback woman. When Lord Krishna goes to Mathura, you see her. And then all of a sudden, she submits. She makes an offering. Papa says very beautifully, she makes an offering, a beautiful offering to the Lord, sandalwood paste. It's a very beautiful offering. And the Lord accepted it. Because she did it with love. And then through his association, even though she came out of lust with the Lord, because that's what she had in the previous life, as Supanaka. Papa actually mentions she clearly goes to the Lord with lust. But through the presence of the Lord, through his association, that lust was transformed into love. This is interesting because the conditioned soul in this world, we are filled with that. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. So Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here also that this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamanta, this Shravana Kirtana, the process of Shravana and Kirtana, this helps. It helps us to elevate from one state to other state. Because what are we trying to do? Dear devotees, every day, what are we trying to do? We are trying to train up our mind so that this mind is not agitated especially during thought-provoking situations. Because mind becomes polluted through thought-provoking situations only. Mind doesn't become polluted when everyone is there. Mind becomes polluted when we are alone, when we are idle. Because that's where the thought-provoking situation, that's where our real thing will come out. Our real identity will come out during that situation. That's why when the process of Shravana and Kirtana goes deep into the heart, that's why sincere chanting, sincere hearing, continuously doing that every day without any obstruction, without any stoppage. When you continue to do that, what happens? Our mind will purify. So this will happen. That's what Prabhupada is mentioning here. Currently, it is avidya. The Jada Vidya is what? The root. The problem, there is a problem. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. There is a problem. This problem has to be addressed. Now, Kubja went with the problem only. But her desire is to get married with the Lord, is to have a relationship with the Lord. Intimate relationship with the Lord. That desire was not removed. That means the desire which she cultivated when she was Supanaka, that was fulfilled as Kubja. The Prabhupada says she received highest position in the spiritual world. She's serving the Lord in the mood of Madhurya Rasa. That means in the Madhurya Rasa, there is parental love, there is servitude, there is friendship, there is Shanta, everything is there. It's a combination also. Why? Because it's an epitome of relationship. It's a top post relationship which a sadhaka can aspire in the spiritual world. But further, Shloka Prabhupada one should surrender. Because Jupiter didn't have anything. She completely submitted. Oh, she's actually serving in the court of Kamsa. But she had this desire to have a relationship with the Lord, a loving relationship. And then she goes after associating with the Lord gave her the highest position in the spiritual world. Her name is Chandramukhi. She's a gopi in the spiritual world. Transformed. Transform what? What is the heart? Simplicity. This simplicity is the key for everything. Dear devotee, none of our education, none of our this, that, so many other things that don't come. in front of the Lord. Because if you see, he is actually, are we more opulent than him? No, his opulence is the greatest opulence. But with what mode we have to go? We have to be completely dependent. The Kubja approaching the Lord, her intention was pretty straightforward. I have to submit this sandalwood paste to the Lord, because that will be pleasing to him, because it is hot. The Lord applies, then he'll be happy, he'll be happy, he'll be cool. And then he gave personal association to her. Why? Because that was his desire. Through that association, he was transformed. She went back home, back to God. So likewise, dear devotees, it doesn't matter where we are, which position we are, what we do, doesn't matter. But if the heart, the core of the heart, if you are very sincere, you are trying to practice this process without any motive, then the Lord is there. Lord is just watching that. He doesn't want anything else from us. He doesn't want our name, fame. We have to keep everything aside to go towards the Lord. Yes, that is the process of Krishna consciousness. That is the whole reason why the leaders they do not take this. That's what Papa is mentioning. Papa says if entire leaders are the leaders of this world, they take this process of Krishna consciousness, then this process, then this entire world becomes a spiritual play. Everyone accepting, everyone following the rules, everyone nicely accepting the principles of the Lord, moving, leading their life as per that. So greatest benediction. But when that is not manifested, then where do we take the association avidya, which is a problem? Because yesterday we were discussing about this. Krishna is calling Arjuna impotent. Klaibyam. Klaibyam Asha Agam Partha. Klaibyam means impotent. What happened to you, Arjuna? You're behaving like an impotent? You're not fighting? Immediately a point will come. Arjuna has so much relationship with the Lord, but the Lord is calling him impotent. Wow, that's so beautiful. Lord is so merciful. Eh? Wow, how come the Lord did not call Duryodhana this? How come the Lord did not chastise Duryodhana? On the other side, Duryodhana chastised Vidura because Vidura was telling you give half of the property to Pandavas, equally distribute them. That he was very furious. Oh, I am the king. How can I give that? I cannot give. And he chastised Vidura left and right. Here, Duryodhana chastised Vidura. If you see what happened, Vidura simply left. And here Arjuna chastised Krishna. Here Krishna chastised Arjuna, calling him important. Arjuna did not left. Why? Due to relationship. Vidura didn't have to stay there because he knows they will not understand what he's trying to say. Because he's a pure devotee, na? And wherever pure devotee is chastised, he will just put his head down and then he will walk away. That's what he did. He didn't want to argue, he didn't want to complain, he didn't want to do this, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to react. Oh, you know what? I was telling in that way. How come you did this? He was not counter arguing or anything like that. Or he didn't change his words. Oh, you know what? Do that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I was just joking. He's not speaking that. He's not trying to pacify Duryodhana because he's not dependent on them. Just see the advantage. If a person is dependent on the other person, that person is a cheater. Then what happens? This person will actually is obliged to him because he's under him now. But Vidura is not that kind of a person. He's not dependent on Duryodhana or his words. So he simply left that place because he understood that this person will never understand. Now, this is a core reason why Krishna he did not chastise Duryodhana because he knows. Even though Krishna told him that I'm the supreme personality of Godhead, Duryodhana was not in a position to accept. Even Bhishmadev, during the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he again He again confirms, you see, Krishna is not an ordinary person, he's a supreme personality of Godhead. You should surrender everything to him. During the break time of the war. And then Duryodhana he goes to the tent of the Lord and then he offers obeisances in the night, thinking, oh, yes, yes, tomorrow I will surrender. And then next day again his mind changed. Next day again fought the battle. Well, this is how Chanchala the mind is. So through the association of Bhishma, he felt that he should surrender. But again, by taking the association with his material nature, again what happened? He started thinking that I am superior, I can control. Just like the Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, not Dhritarashtra or Duryodhana, just like Hiranyakashipu, he was firmly convinced that he can control this everything. Actually, he was literally controlling. Through that controlling, he felt that yes, I can even control Krishna. Because he is doing everything now. Everyone are telling, oh, Hiranyakashipaya Namaha. That means, as Prabhupada mentions, right? Puffed up Puri. The false ego is increasing, and one day it will burst. The day it bursted was the day when Nrsimhadev descended by the will of Prahlad Maharaj, by what Prahlad Maharaj said. Nrsimhadev came. Please understand. Are Nrsimhadev came only because Prahlad Maharaj called. Are he just imagine this is the only place the Lord manifested just to protect one devotee. It's very special. That's why, dear devotees, if there are any obstructions, we should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev. Those obstructions will be dissipated. What kind of obstructions? Spiritual obstructions. Means your bhakti is not going good, your shavana is not doing good, your kirtana is not doing good, you are unable to follow the regulative principles. We should pray to Nrsimhadev. We should tell our superiors this is what is happening. We should pray to Nrsimhadev and be dependent, be humble, accept the situation, and then move forward. I know Nrsimhadev, he helps so many ways. I know personally. He helps, he's there. So it is very, very important. So he came just to please the devotee. Because that is his mood. Even during Chaitanya Leela, Nrsimhadev comes to protect the devotees. Because it is important. The more we understand this, what happens is the way of acceptance will change. Dear devotees, we are strictly here for that purpose only. To somehow, for the process of Shravana and Kirtan, elevate our consciousness and then do some service for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, for the pleasure of the spiritual master. Why? Because if this is not done, I have seen, like personally, I have seen many people who started practicing Krishna consciousness when they left the movement, oh, so many problems. So many problems. Health problems, family problems, this problem, that problem, so many problems. They are unable to come out of that situation. Because this veteran is very, very powerful. Very powerful. This is a way. Now, through the process, we might have, because the jaundice is there now. Because when a person is afflicted with jaundice, he cannot eat sugar candy. Because sugar candy, when he eats sugar candy, it is tastes bitter. When he eats some sugar, it tastes bitter. But sugar is sugar. It is sweet, but it is bitter because he is afflicted with jaundice. But slowly, when the disease is cured, then what happens is the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the process of Shravana Kirtana will actually help. Will be a joyful process, will actually give us a solace, will give us a great experience. We feel great reciprocations. Because if you see to the life of Srila Prabhupada, you see, he never complained. But he had so many problems, so many issues. But do we see him complaining? No, we don't see him complaining because through the difficulties, he's taking higher shelter. He's not artificially trying to think, oh, I should not complain, I should not. No, no, no. But through his life, what is he showing us is during the difficulties when you're taking the higher shelter, taking the shelter of the spiritual master, taking shelter of his words, taking shelter of his instructions, hmm, depending on the Lord. When these things are happening, what happens? The problems which we have, those will be removed. For example, if the problems are there, that's okay. We will get the tolerance so that we can tolerate those things. Because that tolerance limits are increased in our life, in our consciousness. For example, dear devotee, if there is a difficulty, a big difficulty, and then through the difficulty, it's hard to accept things. It's very hard to accept things. But we are taking shelter. There's a difficulty going on, but simultaneously we are also taking shelter. And then through that shelter, we are depending. Oh my dear Lord, please help. There's a difficulty. Please help. I know this is coming through my karmic reaction, but please, if you give me that strength, I can go through this. I'm just asking strength. Please give me that strength so that I can combat this difficulty. This can be done. This can be asked because we are not in that purest state. We can ask this, oh my dear Lord, please help. Please help me so that I can grow through it. Not just remove it, my dear Lord. Please help me grow through this so that I can grow. For example, if a person who is investing some money in a fund or something, what is happening there? What is he's investing, right? What is his intention? He wants to increase his asset value, right? This is the whole point why people will put money in the 401k or wherever, somewhere else. Why the value has to be increased? Because if the value is increased, you can use that money, for some maintenance in the future. That is the intention, right? It's pretty clear. So our intention of approaching the Lord is asking not to remove those things. My dear Lord, this is a situation. Please help. So that you give me realization, so that I can understand what I'm supposed to understand through this. It's important, nah? Because the moment we understand that situation, this is a situation. My dear Lord, please help me so that I can, learn some principles. No, I know you're teaching some principles through this. Please give me an opportunity so that I can learn something out of this. What is this? This is dependence. This is dependence. Hanumanji, he didn't know that he will, he has all that strength. Up until that point of time, he was just a uh, normal Vanara. Just like there are millions of Vanaras, he is also one of the Vanara. He didn't know that he can fly. But what was his heart? His heart was simple. The moment Jambavan said, no, Hanumanji, you can do this. Then he depended, and he went. And then the Lord sanctioned. He went. It was accepted. That means Lord is ready to give anything. All he's looking is our right intentions. Without enmity, without duplicity, with an non-envious heart, and a simple heart. If we accept that situation and then pray to the Lord. Dear devotees, actually this actually really helps. For example, a person is very envious towards us. Just an example. If you begin praying for that person, oh my dear Lord, he's suffering so much. He's having envy towards me. Actually, he's manifesting envy, but actually I see a lot of suffering in him because he's suffering so much with envy. No, I might be an instrument of that envy, but that's okay. I'm ready to accept. I'm ready to tolerate. But my dear Lord, this is my prayer. Please help this devotee or help this person come out of that state. I don't want to counterly have envy towards him again, but rather I want to pray for him. Because, my dear Lord, you gave me that situation. This is the best way I can take the situation. I want to pray for him, my dear Lord. This attitude and mood, Lord is very happy. Because what are we doing? We are not complaining to the Lord. We're not doing anything. Rather, what are we doing? We are going with the Lord with a prayerful mood. My dear Lord, if this person can be envious all through my life, but that's okay. But still, all through my life, I will pray. I will pray to you, my dear Lord. Please help. Please help us grow through this. Because what is this non-envious heart? Non-envious heart comes when we have this act of prayerful mood. Because this act of prayerful mood, what is doing? It is helping us to depend more on the mercy of the Lord. My dear Lord, if you want this person to be envious to me all life, that's okay. I'm ready to accept. But see that I am not envious to that person. That's also a prayer. Man. See that, my dear Lord, my consciousness is not changed. See that, my dear Lord, I am always dependent on your mercy. That's what our Acharyas did. How do you think Prabhupada had envious people around him? What was he doing? Simply accepted. He was not envious to them. Rather, he is not praying to the Lord, oh, my dear Lord, put them down. He's not praying like that. Rather, he accepted. He accepted every situation. Nobody was helping him. All these God brothers were telling, no, 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 no. Prabhupada said, you come, you do preaching here. Nobody came. No one was helping him. Everyone were thinking that, I know what will happen there in America. They're not able to do some cooperation with him. There's no coordination and cooperation. But Srila Prabhupada, did he took that as a thing and then complained? No, he accepted. He moved forward. He did not say a word, just accepted. So what do we do? Why Prabhupada accepted? Because he knows that I think it's the will of the Lord. The Lord is teaching me something. I have to learn some other lesson through this. Let me just accept this. Arjuna accepted the chastisement of the Lord with love and devotion. Arjuna is not thinking, oh, you are my brother-in-law. Why are you chastising me? What's happening, Krishna? Why are you telling me like this as an important? But rather, Arjuna, what he did? Karpanya dosha pahata swabhava. He accepted. The moment he accepted, all the Devi Devatas are showering beautiful flowers, confirming or giving their blessings to Arjuna, or praying to Arjuna that this Arjuna should be victorious. It's interesting to read about it. I was just thinking further on this. Who would accept a chastisement? Who would accept chastisement? Only if a person feels that he is my well-wisher, that person will only accept the chastisement. Nobody else will accept the chastisement. Even children will not accept the chastisement. If children are chastised, will they accept? They don't. They will tell, oh, I'm independent. I'm an adult now. You cannot chastise me. I'm an 18-year-old. I'll call the cops 911 if you chastise me. What is this? What kind of advancement is this? That means they're using the energy for their benefit. That's how they're trained also in the schools. If somebody is chastising, especially your parents, you should call 911, blah, 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 and go. But here, Arjuna, he didn't call 911. He accepted. That is why he was the source to hear that Bhagavad Gita. He became the epitome for that. That's why Krishna is not choosing a person randomly out of random. Oh, abhi mil gaya, Arjun mil gaya. Chalo, chalo. Let's fight. No, he didn't do that. He knows who Arjuna is. He's an empowered personality. He's not an ordinary person. Exalted Vaishnava. What is he doing? What is he doing? He accepted every bit. So likewise, when we receive the chastisement from the spiritual master, oh, it's the greatest benefit. They don't chastise. They don't chastise. Because they'll feel that this person might run away. But Krishna, he chastised Arjuna because he knows that Arjuna will not run away. He will hear. Just like a stone which is there, if the stone is not chilled, then the statue or the idol will not come. The stone has to be curved, chisels. It has to go through the difficulty. The stone doesn't want to go through the difficulty, it will stay where it is. It cannot get that position of being worshipping as a deity. It will be a normal stone because it didn't go through that difficulty. Because if a sadhaka didn't go through that difficulty, then the sadhaka will be there only. The sadhaka has to go through those difficulties. Very important. Very important. To cultivate that non-envious heart. That's the first thing which we need to do. My dear Lord, let me be non-envious to everyone in this world. I don't want to put anyone down. I will take this process for me seriously, but to everyone else, I'll be liberal. Because I'll not impose this thing to them. If somebody is really sincere, let me connect them to the process of Krishna consciousness. Someone who has a simple heart, let me connect them to the process. Slowly, slowly, these things we should internalize. We shouldn't say to the other person, hey, you know what, you should be non-envious. Why are you envious towards me? You cannot tell them. We should be non-envious to them. That's a lot of devotees telling this. Oh, Prabhu, he's envious on me. You see, Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Advaisha Sarabhutanam, Maitra Karniyacha. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita that we should be non-envious. But see, this person is envious towards me. How can he be envious towards me? अरे यार वो instruction अपने लिए है यार. It's for us. We should be non-envious. If he understands, he'll also take that. First, we should be non-envious. You cannot use that and then use it as a complaint. Oh, this person is non-envious, this person is envious, that person is envious. What we should do? We should take to us. Very important. When we become non-envious, dear devotees, whatever our heart Whatever our heart is telling, what is the disposition, whatever is the disposition of our heart, that is what you'll see everything around. If the disposition of our heart is envious, you'll see envious around you. If the disposition of the heart is non-envious, you'll see non-envious around us. Even if you are non-envious, if if there is envious, externally we need to understand that is for our purification. That's a blessing. For example, if a person is non-envious and around him there are envious, that means you should understand, oh, this is a great blessing for me. This is a great test. Let me accept this. It's a great test. Let me accept this and move forward. Because what are we trying to do? We are trying to please the Lord. No, we might not be opening up a big temple, but we are trying to change our consciousness. We might not distribute million Bhagavad Gitas, but we are trying to transform our heart of being non-envious. Because Krishna is happy if you are non-envious. Really, dear devotees, I'm telling you, Krishna is immensely happy if you are non-envious. That's a great test actually, your life. Now people are not accepting. People are putting you down. Oh, accept it. Accept as a blessing. Never be envious towards them. It's a great lesson. Oh, we should meditate this more and more, internalize more and more this thing. Because Arjuna was not envious towards the Lord. Because Arjuna has been told you are important. He's not envious towards Krishna. Was he? No. If he was envious, he would have left that place right away. That means Vidura left that place. Vidura is not envious. He just left because he don't want to continue that argument. He knows if I throw a stone in the mud will fall on me. Simply left that place. He's a very intelligent person. He's Yamaraj, very knowledgeable, perfect Vaishnava, pure devotee. He simply kept his head down. He left that place. He's not thinking, oh, yaar, this chota bacha hai. Why is he telling me like this? Arey, Duryodhana is a very small boy. Dhritarashtra, tell him, you know who I am? Tell him. Why is he acting like this? He did not speak a word. He just left that place. Then he took the association of another pure devotee. That's what we should do. Our goals, our aspirations, our understanding, our everything should be on this one. Cultivating that non-envious heart. To cultivate the non-envious heart, continuous Shravana Kirtana has to go. Dear devotees, I say it's not easy. I can tell you, it's not easy. बहुत difficult है. It's not easy. That's why Krishna, whatever he gives us, is for us, for our betterment only. For example, if our heart is not purified, and then let's say we are ill health, we are diseased, we are about to die. Let's say you're about to die in 6 months. Just giving an example. And the heart is not purified up until this point of time. You know what happens? The first thing you'll be envious towards everyone. First thing that will come. You'll be envious. अरे यार, मैं इतना किया, मुझे ये हुआ. I did so much. And my health became, I chanted 10 years also. Hare Krishna Mantra. See what Krishna gave me? And your material friends will call at that time only. This is the Maya text actually. Material friends will call, oh, you know what? 10 साल आपने क्या किया? कृष्णा क्या किया आपको? What Krishna did? You chanted for 10 years. What Krishna did? See, you got cancer now. So I tell you, you stop everything. You go take this doctor, and then immediately the envy will come in the heart. The envy will come upon the devotees, the envy will come upon the spiritual master, the envy will come upon everyone. The envy will actually. It's not Goloka, it's like envy consciousness, envy Loka. What is happening? Because the heart was never purified. Still, the contamination is there. We are about to leave. With what state of consciousness we live? We live with envy. Not go to Goloka. We are here only. Because why? The heart was not purified before. That's why, dear devotees, after coming to Krishna consciousness, we'll get tests. That is good actually for us. Because through that test, we can actually grow. It's like investment. You invest your life here. Take this process seriously, and you'll come out of all these anarthas. Arey, that Kubja, she gave that pulp, the sandalwood pulp, she did not do anything. She just gave the sandalwood pulp so that it will give solace to the Lord. And that's it. She had the desire to have, you know, to have a relationship with the Lord, which is good. Who desires like that? Nobody desires in this world to have a relationship with the Lord. But she desired, and it was being given. Just imagine your devotee. She had the desires in the previous life, previous yuga, Supanaka. And then now Lord fulfilled that desire. Just imagine, dear devotee, the Lord is so merciful. That's why Acharyas they come and tell us again and again, take shelter, take shelter, take shelter. This is the only way, this is the only way, this is the only way. People are envious towards you. Don't worry, be happy. We deserve to be envious. Everyone should be envious on us. We deserve that. So we depend more. We deserve more. We are not eligible to receive anything actually. I was just thinking, अरे यार रोज चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं और रोज गायत्री कर रहे हैं श्रवण कीर्तन हो रहा है थोड़ा सेवा हो रहा है अरे who gave all these things? So mercy. People are mad running behind so many things. They don't know what they are doing actually. One weekend they go here, one weekend they go here. What is this? They don't know, but for us, everything is there. Are some people are envious, that's okay. Are it's a blessing. Hare Krishna. Should accept. But from our side, we should take this process seriously to us. I again repeat this. Whatever we are hearing, this is for us. Apne ko. We should take this seriously. For others, we should be liberal. Oh, Prabhu, you're holding the beats. But if you have a relationship, you should tell them. If you do not have a relationship, Prabhu, you're holding the beats. Wow, that's great. That means we should be light to the other person. See, only in class we discuss heavy. Are outside class, oh, Prabhu, you're all right. Yes, yes, yes. Great, 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 great. But again, in class, they will reveal what has to be revealed. I don't know, spiritual master, oh, he's so sensitive. So sensitive. I experienced that multiple times. I'm not just telling like that. I've experienced that multiple times. Because when I go individually, he will not tell. He will never tell. But in the class, he will be heavy. That means you need to understand through class only. And we go individual, oh, you're going good, oh, okay, good, good, nice, nice, everything is going all that, oh, take care of that, take care of this, oh, okay, good, 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 good. But in the class, he'll tell, oh, you just try left and right. You should understand, oh, yeah, this, I need to correct this. Then we need to tell, oh, Prabhu, this is what I understood. Then he'll say thumbs up. That means you're understanding his heart in the right way. So Vaishnavas they're always like that. Vaishnavas are always like that. Very because they don't want to trouble us directly. They want to tell this indirectly. He is actually Krishna also did this. And Yudhishthir Maharaj was actually weeping so heavily. After the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this happened. Yudhishthira profusely weeping, oh, through my endeavor only all 64 crore people died. Why? For my kingdom, for me to become a king, so many people died. He was actually crushing himself so much, just putting him down. He was very soft heart, na Vaishnavas, pure souls, na very soft, tender heart. Because no, I can't accept this. He was actually weeping. When Krishna was trying to tell, he was not in a position to hear. And Krishna sent him to Bhishmadev. Then Bhishmadev told him, then he understood. Then after that, he realized to Yajna. So they give that indirectly. Look, Krishna could have given that, no, because he's not in a position to hear. Even Duryodhana, he was not in a position to hear from Krishna. That means Krishna has some other plan to Duryodhana. Just like he has a plan to Arjuna, he has some other plan to Duryodhana. Just like he has a plan to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he has some other plan to Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, the plan is what? Vidura. Especially for Dhritarashtra, the plan is Vidura. Are Vidura, all his life, he tried to give him Krishna consciousness, but he never accepted. Did he stop? No, he did not stop. He continued, he continued, he continued. At the fag end of his life, he took it. Actually, Vidura was little distressed because he couldn't give Krishna Prem. He brought him to the plane of impersonal liberation. Couldn't give Krishna Prem. So it is important. The way how we are taking, how we are accepting, everything has to be checked. With what mode we are hearing, with what mode we are understanding the truth. For whose happiness we are doing this, we should know everything. Arjuna knows that. That's why Arjuna could fight. Because he knows. Are Krishna was telling Mamas, oh, you fight, but you remember me while fighting. Arjuna did that. Are if Arjuna can do during the fighting, can't we do it? We do, we're not fighting. There are also some shape or form we are fighting, but not as difficult as Arjuna. It is not easy also. We should strive. We should be always in the prayerful. Always give benefit of doubt to the other person. Generally, what happens is we give benefit of doubt to us. What is that benefit of doubt? Giving benefit of doubt to the other person. Let's say there's a mistake. Immediately don't go and chastise the other person. Give benefit of doubt, thinking that he's in a situation now. He will learn slowly. Let us give him more time. Are Vidura gave time to Dhritarashtra. My spiritual master is giving time to me. Why shouldn't I give time to him? We should give benefit of doubt to that person. What happens is by giving benefit of doubt, what happens is you're not envious to the other person. I'm telling another practical way to be non-envious to the other person. When we are giving that benefit of doubt to the other person, we are accepting him on a neutral plane. And we continue to give that love, give that respect to them. Through that love and respect, what is happening? Even though if he committed a mistake through a relationship, he will try to come out of that mistake. Because what we did, because nobody accepted him, only we are accepting him. Please understand. The love is very powerful. If you really love the other person, they will reciprocate. A plant will reciprocate. If you love, plant will reciprocate. These are human beings. They have full consciousness. They don't have avruta consciousness. It's not incomplete consciousness. Living entities have complete consciousness. Incomplete consciousness, living entities like plant reciprocates. Don't these living entities will reciprocate? They will. For that we need time. I always think about this. So many anarthas in the heart. Spiritual master is waiting so much. It's giving so much time, so much energy. Oh, why don't I give that? It's important. Why don't I develop that patience as a service? It's important. We can never proclaim that, oh, this is what it is, that is what it is. But rather than proclaiming that, rather than complaining, have the mood of acceptance. No, Arjuna could have complained, oh, Kauravas are like this, they are like that. You don't see those things. That's why Arjuna is an instrument. to receive Bhagavad Gita because he was in that state. It's very important here what is. This we need to understand. And then the more we understand this, always try to give benefit of doubt. Generally, we give this benefit of doubt to us, not to the other person. We should never give benefit of doubt to us. We should be heavy to us. We should never be light to oneself. We should be heavy with ourselves. If you are not getting up, we should be heavy to ourselves. For example, if the other person is not getting up, should give benefit of doubt. Very important. And if that is continuing, we should give love, more love. Should take care of them more. It's an investment, dear devotees. Krishna consciousness is an investment. You should put that investment. No, the society is so bad. We do not have time to spend some time with our children. We're busy. We're not investing on them. We should invest time on them. We're not investing the time, that's why they have secrets in their heart. They don't want to share. They don't want to share because if they share to us, we will chastise them. That's why they don't. That's why they don't tell. It's a problem, no? That's why there's a gap in the relationship. Even 7, 8 year old child will stop telling us. I'll tell you this, dear boys. If the child is always chastised, he will never tell. He'll keep it in his heart. So it's important. Why these personalities are continuously behind them? Why Vidura is continuously behind Dhritarashtra? So he wants to give the highest thing. Dhritarashtra is not interested to hear. Dhritarashtra is not interested to accept. But still he is not losing his hope. He's continuing. Prabhupada, nobody was accepting. Did Prabhupada lose his hope? No. He continued. Simply want to please them. So very important. We should strive to this consciousness. Should invest more and more time. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Then add, otherwise we'll stop here.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Please accept humble obeisances. Please tell Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, you mentioned that Arjuna in war, still he could remember Krishna and we're in much better position, but we forget. But I found that when I was in trouble, then remember Krishna more than when in better position. So trouble actually makes us remember Krishna more than other times.
So you said traveling?
Trouble. Any trouble in our life?
Right.
Makes us more, help us to remember Krishna more than when we are in a better position.
Correct. That means in a difficult situation, right?
Like Arjuna.
Yes. That's why difficult situations are like blessings for us. Kunti Maharani is also praying for that. Thank you for bringing that up. Difficulties are actually a blessings and benedictions for us to take more and more shelter. There is a relationship problem, this problem, that problem, some issues going on. We're going through some issues. That's good for us. That will help us to be more and more dependent, to be grounded. Just like Arjuna, he was grief stricken. Why? Because it's the greatest problem he had. Greatest problem of this creation. Simply accepted. He took the shelter. Lord gave the mercy. So that's why Lord gives the difficulties for us to be more and more dependent, take more and more shelter, to take the process, internalize more and more. When that is done, what happens is truth will be victorious. When the truth is victorious, naturally our heart will be satisfied. See, life of Srila Prabhupada, so many difficulties. At every step there is a difficulty. See, life of Prahlad Maharaj, so many difficulties. Every moment there is a difficulty. He was completely dependent. It means 24 hours is in Smarana only. It's nothing, no other business. Whatever he's doing, wherever he is, it's complete Smarana. Jada life is completely is meditating. 1 second. Huh? It's completely meditating. Jada is actually fixed up in that consciousness. We should also follow in their footsteps. That Smarana, when we apply more and more, every situation we should accept. Oh, thank you, Krishna. You gave me this situation. Thank you very much. Please give me strength also so that I can continue, so that I can grow from this situation. And that situation will become a pastime in your life. You'll actually tell your friends, oh, yeah, I saw the mercy of the Lord like this. When practical things happen in our life, what happens? The faith in the process increases. That brings conviction in your heart. You'll chant with more sincerity. You want to serve more. You'll feel the process very genuine because you are experiencing now, na? Practical also you're seeing. Then through that conviction, surrender will come. Because we do not have anything else other than that now. Bharat Maharaj, the situation came in his life that he left everything. You do you think that that situation came all just like that? All of a sudden, one day, Bharat Maharaj woke up and then he felt, oh, I have to give up everything, and then he goes. No, it's a process. He learned that science from his father, Rishabdev, and slowly, he understood. इधर कुछ भी नहीं है. Let me go. Then he left. That means even we staying at our home, we can be aloof. Please understand. We don't have to leave, but staying at our home, we can be aloof. Right? How? By staying away from everything. We are with that only, but we are not with that. That conviction will come. When we are accepting in the right way, when the difficulties are coming. That means if the difficult, how do we know whether I'm practicing Krishna consciousness or not? If difficulties are coming, my intensity to chant Hare Krishna, intensity to hear Shravana is increasing more. We're in the right track. Example, if the difficulties are coming, अभी छोड़ दिए chanting को, then understand अरे chanting पकड़ा ही नहीं अपन. We never touched Hare Krishna. We never touched the. That means it's in the surface level. It's not intensified. It's a test actually. It's a test to everyone. Should check our heart, check our consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Nice to hear from you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
If you have time today, please read this translation. Please read this translation purport. Nectar of Instruction, Sloka number 7. Very beautifully, Srila Prabhupada gave. First 5 paragraphs. So nice. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada says the real disease is in the heart. The mind is cleansed. However, if the consciousness is cleansed, a person cannot be harmed by material disease. Just see. This entire world follows this. There's nobody to be cheated, nobody to be cheated. Everything becomes Vishram Purnam Sukhalaya. If we follow this to the core of our heart, if we understand that सब कुछ इधर ही है problem, सब इधर ही है. If we understand that, then we will never complain. We accept. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can you say one more time, Prabhuji? The last line, nobody is cheated. And can you say one more time, Prabhuji?
Now, what I'm saying is, this world is full of cheater and cheated. One person is cheating, other person is cheated. When everyone takes up this process, then there's nobody like that. There's nobody to cheat. Nobody is cheating.
Oh, okay, understand, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Then that place becomes spiritual world. Now, if for example, if this place doesn't become spiritual world, then if you have that consciousness, you'll be sent to that place. Have that consciousness. It says a lot of workout has to happen. Consciousness tuning has to happen. Consciousness has to be tuned. We have to work on our consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Shiva Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, Shamshila Prabhu, please, please take over if, unless anybody wants to speak.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All those to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, if you still have time, I just want to confirm the leaders you started with the message, or Prabhupada's purport also mentioned about the leaders and taking Krishna consciousness or working in line with Krishna consciousness. So I was just thinking, if in case they do, then is it something like they will still continue with their duty on as a leader, but with the within the heart, they would be doing it for Krishna. Is that how we should
Yes,
see?
that is Krishna consciousness, right?
Mm.
Everyone is working, they're working for the pleasure of the Lord. That's what is there in the spiritual world also, right? Everyone are working. They're just working to please the Lord. Mother Yashoda is working, Nanda Maharaj is working, God voices. They're all doing their things. So they all want to please the Lord. Because if the leaders also begin doing that, then what happens? Then they're just working for the Lord. They're working for the acharyas. They'll be so happy doing that. It's a very joyful process doing that. But if that is not there, that's what Prabhupada is mentioning, right? The society is in that diseased condition because leaders are not taking it. That's why Prabhupada said he established this organization to cultivate those leaders.
Mm. Yeah, that's where I was going. So the trained should be the leaders, because right, Prabhu, otherwise it will take a lot more time for the existing leaders to cultivate that. Sorry, I
See,
didn't
the
mean to
leaders
cut
are,
you.
see, if the process is taken nicely, that's what Prabhupada says it. Whenever, to his disciples, if you take this process nicely, a lot of people will be inspired by seeing you. That's what he said. If you become pure, a lot of people will come. A lot of people will take the process. If you are not pure, people will not come. If your heart is not pure, people will not come. That's why it's important. I remember Maharaj also telling on the second initiation, you should become leaders by leading through an example. Because it's important, because if it is not led by an example, if you yourself are not manifesting that principles, if you are not showing that as an example, you're not leading. For example, the person says surrender and everything. The person who's speaking is not surrendering, then it doesn't make sense. That's what they mean. You first do that, then people will. If you don't do that, then where do they get inspiration? That means we are leaving that person in a flux. We're not giving him anything. We're telling him take the science of Krishna consciousness, but we are not taking, we are asking them to take. How is that possible? That's not possible. That is what Prabhupada says. Amma, in second. So that has to be established. When that is established, then everything will be good. That's what he meant. That's why he established his organization to develop those leaders. He developed beautiful leaders, the beautiful leaders in the society who are actually doing it. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. All we need to do is we need to just follow their words. We need to just do Anusmarana and then you'll be benefited. Very easy process. We have to find the right person and then do. Nana, 1 second, Nana. We have to do that and then we should move forward. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Now we can